Guys, this is going to be another affordable Amazon video. This is brought to you by the company Rishang Hair. I hope I am saying that right, but of course you guys know I'm going to make sure to leave all the information down below. But it does come in this white bag, and you also do get an elastic band that you can sew on for extra security. The unit that they sent over is their 13x6 lace front human hair wig. It is in the length 14 inches. The texture is curly. It's a natural black hair color, and the density on this is 130%. It states that it has a medium brown lace color, and the cap size is medium. So as you guys can see, it has a comb in the back, two combs on the side, and a comb in the middle, and then that is what your parting space looks like. To get better with recording my steps on how I bleach and style the units before I get on camera, and today I'm just going to be using the Prism Lights bleaching powder, and this one is in the color violet. I believe it comes in blue and violet, but I'll make sure to leave all the links down below. It doesn't really matter to me which bleaching powder I use, long as they give the same results. And then I will be using this 40 volume developer. Now if you are newer to bleaching your knots, you can definitely start off with using 30 volume developer and then work your way up. I prefer to use 40 because it does bleach a little bit quicker, and as you guys can see, I also don't measure out anything. I just kind of eyeball it to get it to the consistency that I want it to be, and then I just kind of go back and forth and put a little bit of the cream in there, and then I just mix it up until it's thick like I want it to be. That I am done with that, I will be taking my spray bottle and I will be spraying the water along the hairline, and this is just to push any of the short or baby hairs back so I don't have to worry about getting them bleached. And I will be taking a little bit of Got to Be Free spray and spraying it along the hairline also, just so that I can kind of have extra security, an extra layer, so I don't have to worry about bleaching the very front of the hair. Disclaimer guys, I am not a professional hairstylist. I just do what works for me. So now I'm just going to take the mixture and I'm going to place this on the lace, and I am just using this brush. Now sometimes I do use the butter knife, and then sometimes I go back and forth with the brush. They both honestly give me the same results, so I don't really know a difference between it. I do feel like with the butter knife it does go on a little bit smoother, so you just have to figure out exactly what method will work for you, but I get results with both of them. So after I am done doing that, I'm going to flip it back the regular way, and this is how I place it along the hairline. Now me personally, I bleach my hairline last. Some people bleach their hairlines first, so I always find that my hairlines bleach quicker than the rest of the knots on the unit, so that's why I always opt to put the hairline last, just so that I don't have to worry about over processing it, or I don't have to worry about any of the mixture getting on the hair at the front. Note that when it comes to the knots on wigs, every wig from every company is totally different when it comes to bleaching the knots. Some companies' knots are really dark, some companies' knots are really little, so they don't take a lot of time to have to be processed. And for example, this one, I did feel like it was a little bit dark, so I did have to go in and add some bleach just to make it look a little bit more like scalp. But if you are not a fan of bleaching your knots, because sometimes bleaching knots can cause extra shedding, then you don't have to do that. You can definitely use powder, or you can use foundation to camouflage the knots. But like I said, this is second nature to me, so I always opt to bleach my knots. Did leave the bleach on the lace for about 25 minutes, just because like I said, the knots were definitely a little bit darker, so they did have to be on for a while. And like I stated before, some units I can bleach the knots within 10 to 15 minutes, just depending on how small the knots are. So I'm just going ahead and rinsing everything out, making sure to get this mixture. And guys, I am sorry if my elbow is in the way. I am trying to get better with, like I said, filming everything, so yeah, it might look a little crazy. Now me personally, I don't go in with neutralizer because I'm going to go in with the purple shampoo. I don't feel the need for it, but I am washing this unit using the Tresemme Moisture Rich shampoo. Sure to wash the lace really good, and then I'm going to make sure to run that through the hair. And that shampoo has a lot of great slippage. I'll make sure to leave that down below. And then I will be going in with my shimmer lights, and this is the purple shampoo, and I do feel like you do need this after you are done bleaching your knots to kind of tone everything down, because the last thing you want is for your lace to come off really brassy and really orange. Make sure to put that shampoo all over the lace, and then I will put a little bit of the shampoo around the hairline if I felt like any bleach got on the hair, so that it could tone it down. And that just depends on how bad I feel like the hair bleach. Like if it's super orange and it got really blonde, then I will have to go in and fix it with dye. But if it's just a little bit, then this will help tone it down. And instead of leaving this on for only about 5 minutes, I actually let that sit for about 25 to 30 minutes so that I can make sure all of the brassiness is out of the lace. After I get done washing out the purple shampoo, I will then follow up with the Moisture Rich by Tresemme, and this is the conditioner, and I'm just going to place that all over the hair. And I feel like this is really good because it has a lot of slippage also, and it gives great moisture, especially for curly hair. I really like to use this on curly hair. I like to rotate between the Aussie Moist and this one, but this one I've been using a little bit more with my curly hair. And I'm just taking a wide tooth comb and I'm just combing through the hair, and I did not get a lot of shedding during this process. And then I will just rinse it out and then work on styling the unit. Part this one in the middle today. I think the last 2 Amazon wigs that I did, I parted them on the side, so I'm going to do a middle part with this one. Like I stated, it is 13 by 6 inches of parting space, so you can part this in the middle and on the side, and you can do like a little cute half up half down style with this unit if you want. And then after I am done making sure the part looks right, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the baby hairs. You guys know that you do not have to rock baby hairs with your unit, but sometimes with curly units I do prefer it. So I'm just going to take out a little bit in the front, a little bit of the hair in the front, and as you guys can see, you do get a pre-plucked hairline. I did not go in and do any extra customizations to the hairline. That is how it is going to look, and I'm not taking out a lot of hair at all. And then I will be clipping the hair back, taking my scissors, and then making sure to cut down the hair short. Now you can leave them long if you would like and just swoop the hair over, but I prefer to cut mine down a little bit short just because I don't like them to look too thick. Mold these baby hairs down today, I will be using the Blow Pro foam, and I'll make sure to leave that link down below also. In fact, I'll link down below all of the products that I am using today in this video. And I will be taking my edge brush that you can purchase from the local beauty supply store, or you can purchase on Amazon, and I will work on swooping those hairs over. Now, I love the Blow Pro foam. I've been using it for the past couple of videos, I believe, but I also still like my Lotta Body because I think that leaves a softer hold. This one definitely hardens up, and you will have to go over it after it dries and kind of comb it out just to make it look a little bit more natural. But I'm just swooping the hairs over and playing around with it. You can mold your baby hairs to how you want them to be, and sometimes even when I mold them on the mannequin head, when I get it on my head, I might not like how it looks in the end. It might still have to go in and do a little bit customization, which you guys will see. But if you want to kind of mold everything and let it set, I always prefer to style on my mannequin and then let it air dry overnight and just place it on my head because I feel like it is easier. After I am happy with how the hairs look in the very front, I'm going to go in with the Garnier Fructis Buttercream, and I'm just going to put a little bit on. Now, you do not need to be heavy-handed with this product, but this cream works great for wavy and curly hair, so a little bit definitely goes a long way. Now, I'm going to run it through the hair and then kind of scrunch up the hair, and then I will also go in with a brush and comb it through and then scrunch it up, and then I am going to let it air dry. After it is done drying, this is what it looks like on the mannequin before I place it on my head. I think the curls turn out really, really cute. They do look a little bit dark, but I am definitely going to make it work. And as you guys can see, that is what the hairs look like, and I'll make sure to comb that out so that it doesn't look so hard. And I'm just going to pin everything back and begin to
guys,
work
it
on
is a medium cap size, which is a 22 to 22 and a half as far as measurements go. Now I am usually a small, but I did find that adjusting the straps on this worked out okay. It wasn't like super big to where I felt like I had to glue it down, but I definitely did have a little bit of room in it. So guys, make sure you know your head measurements when you are buying a unit from these companies, because you do not want your wigs to be too big. I also noticed that I did not have to go and cut any extra off by the ear to make it fit even better. Today I will be using my Got to Be Free spray in the yellow bottle to lay this down. Now on the sides, I did lift up the sides and spray, and then I sprayed a little bit on top of the lace. I actually like spraying it on top of the lace. It's kind of weird because I feel like it's not really touching my skin, but we all know it's touching my skin. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the back of this edge brush and just kind of push everything in. This free spray does dry very quick, so that's one thing I love about it. And I feel like the application isn't as messy as using gel or any glue. So I'm not really a glue girl, y'all, so that's why I always use the free spray. So now I'm just going to take the comb on the edge brush and just kind of comb through the hair and take that cast off from the mousse, because with that mousse it can come off a little bit hard. Taking my Care wax stick, and I'm going to run it over the top just to make sure everything looks smooth and lay down any short hairs that I notice. Now I also will be going in with my HotComb, and I have had questions like, why are you running, you know, your HotComb at the top of your curly wig? Well, if it does not start at the root curly, then I see no problem with running it through with the HotComb just to make sure that everything looks sleek. I'm going to take my Ruby Kisses 3D Contour Creator Powder Palette, and I'm going to go around the hairline and put some powder into the part also, just to make it blend in a little bit better. Now this does say that it is a medium brown lace color, however I felt like it did come off a little bit light. And then right here, guys, I'm going to show you what that middle part looks like. This is my only con, guys, with this unit. I did not like how wide it was in the very middle at the front of the hairline, but I am going to go in and kind of swoop some hair over and fix that. I am just going in and putting my Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine Serum throughout the hair, and this will help combat any type of frizziness, especially because it is a curly texture, and curly hair can get poofy and frizzy after a while, especially when wearing throughout the day. So now I'm going to go in and fix that little middle part right there. I'm just going to take some hair from the other side, and I'm just seeing how it looks, just because I feel like it's just a little bit wide right there, and that's just how they pre-plucked it. Now when you comb the hair straight back, you can't even tell, and if you comb it or part it on the side, you can't tell either. For me, it's just right in the middle, and I have noticed that on other wigs that I have reviewed before. So I'm just going to take a little bit of hair and swoop it over, just because I don't want it to be as noticeable on this unit. And I'm just using a little bit of that Blow Pro foam, and I just put it on the brush. So that is what it looks like now. I still feel like it looks a little bit wide. This hair goes, guys, I really do like this hair. I feel like the texture of it is really nice. The density on it is really good for it to only be 130% density. I didn't feel like it was super thin at all. Now the hair is in a natural color. I do feel like it is dark, like it's more on the 1B side, but on the website it does state that they can customize it all the way up to a color number 4 if you request it. As far as shedding and tangling goes, I did get a little bit of shedding, but as far as tangles go, I didn't really get a lot of tangling. It mostly came in the nape area. Also did notice some frizziness throughout the day. It did start to get bigger. Also, guys, if this is too thin for you, you can get it in 150% density. Now for the length and density that I have, it's only $111. If you want the 150%, it's $120. I feel like this is very affordable. You get a good amount of parting space, and this is definitely beginner friendly for somebody who wants to start off with curly hair but does not want to spend a lot of money. Guys, let me know what you think about this unit. Of course, like I said, I will leave all the details down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification button, share and like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.